And just like that, the final episode of the recording session has begun. Take 2. Excuse me. I'm your host, welcome back to Residence of Fate. I'm your host, MegaShadowFist. It's like a video game second commentary. You might be saying, Take 2? What do you mean by Take 2? Basically, I actually done a whole entire recording session, pretty much, at the, before, but due to certain reasons, I had to basically start this entire recording session all over again. Yay! So basically, like, this is a non-blind... I mean, even though this is a blind playthrough of the game, this is a non-blind playthrough of this dungeon, because I've already done it before. So, yeah. I was saying, but we are going a bit faster. I believe in the previous recording session, at the beginning of the third episode, we hadn't even... Yeah, we were actually at the roadblock that we got through before. Okay, so what do we have here? We have a fencer, 2 fencers, and a dog, and a couple of dogs. Alright, we're gonna take care of this hot dog, if you will. Alright, go this way. Alrighty then. Take care of you. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. Well, I don't know. Actually, the thing is, half the times that I say that, I actually don't have anything to say. It's just one of those things, you know. It's one of those filler commentary things that you do to fill in the dead air because, you know, you just do because I don't know. It's like if you just whoa. Actually, in the previous episode, in the previous recording session, or the failed recording session, I should say, the one that didn't come out. I guess it wasn't really like a failed thing because I know all that's going on, so I guess I can get through this dungeon a bit quicker this time, maybe. But what was I gonna say? No, really, what was I going to say? I completely forgot. I completely forgot what I was going to say right there. Oh well. Let's just go ahead and let's go and take out this Gelsius fencer. Okay, don't get in my way, dog. You hot dog. Fabric scrap. How often do I never actually pay attention to never actually. That was stupid. Why'd you do that? You just missed. Now that guy has to die in shame knowing that, like, his very last strike was, like, a miss. It was basically, it's like, you know, in Dragon Ball Z. Well, actually, I can't count. I probably shouldn't mention that. Okay, so, you know, we'll just randomly, I'll just mute that in post, and, you know, because even though the series is pretty old, and I'm assuming that pretty much everyone and their mother has watched the entire series at this point, I can't assume anything. I can't assume that you in particular have. So we'll just mute that and call it a day. But yeah, basically Dragon Ball Z stuff here. Anyway, dead. So now that's left is this hot dog again. Jump in the air. Yeah, that's right. Chase me, buddy. You can chase me. You can chase me, but you won't do anything to lace the paste. Sure, we'll go with that. Okay, so yeah, we'll do that. I guess we'll go this way. Because he's gonna just run straight towards the center anyway, so this will be the perfect opportunity to get shots off with Leanne so that she can level up. And I was about to say, if I missed that, I would have been very, very, very surprised with how big that was. Okay, SmackDown versus Raw. Have you played any of those games, ladies and gentlemen? I've only played one. It was for the Wii. It must have been like SmackDown versus Raw. Let's see, I played in 2008. Back when I went to Japan for the last time, because we were staying over at a family friend's house, and they had a Wii, and one of the games that they had for the Wii was SmackDown vs. Raw 2008, sure. I'm assuming it was the newest one. Maybe it was 2007. I don't know. It was fun. For what it was worth, not really a big... I mean, I was kind of like... I was kind of a fan of pro wrestling. Like, like during the if you guys remember like when pro wrestling was like having its peak during like the mid 2000s. I was kind of a fan then, but I didn't really watch it very much simply because I just didn't. I don't know. I laughed at that before, but because I've already heard it, I'm just like, eh. Anyway, whatever the case would be, one thing that I think I figured out is I think this room is optional. So, I question, you know, like, what do all these different paths mean? Like, the blue path, the red path, the green path, whatever. I don't think that they actually mean anything. Like, the only color that I think actually makes sense is the white path, which means that you can actually, like, leave an area. So, like, the only way that you can, like, if there's a path, like, red doesn't mean that you can't go through it. I think it's just something. The only time that you actually can't go through an area that, like, you haven't cleared out before is if you just, what's the word? Is if you just, if there's no path at all. Like in the next room, which is going to be... No, the next room's not the annoying room. It's the second to last room before the boss, which is, if you can see at the way bottom, there's like that third room that branches out to the other thing. That's where the annoying thing was. I found it from the previous recording. So they're still probably going to cause me a bit of trouble, but I think since I think I have a better strategy in mind this time, I might be able to get through it quicker, maybe. Okay, so we have a couple of fences. I think there's a couple armed... There's a gunman, 2 gunmen. We're going to focus on the gunmen. Alright. 2, 3, 4. Because the sword guys, the fencers aren't too bad, really, in my opinion. Like, they have to get close to you to attack, so, you know, even if you're, like, super desperate, if you're not, like, even if you're pretty close to, like, losing your patience meter, if you want. I forgot to incorporate that into this episode. Even if you're close to losing your patience meter, in this recording session, even if I forgot to incorporate that patience meter in this recording session, even if you're close to losing your patience meter, they have to get close up to attack you. The gunman, on the other hand, can attack you from anywhere, so it's like I consider them to be higher priority. And then the assault guys are worst of all. Okay, so we're probably not even going to really. I mean, we can, but 13.1. Okay. We probably don't even need to do, like, a tri-attack, because first of all, it'll be a really awkward angle anyway, and it would waste a Basel, so let's just do this and call it a day. You're dead. Bye, gunman! Alrighty then. Sure. Well, actually, what I want to do is make it, like, a better triangle, so we'll do that. And... do that. Let's see. How we're really not guaranteed to kill him with a tri-attack, so I'm not going to waste the Basel. Ouch. Despite the fact that they can only attack up close, they still do quite a bit of damage. I want to just get this Basel back, because I could switch to Leanne and try to recover it, but there was no guarantee that I would have been able to do that anyway, so yeah, we're probably gonna end up losing this room, which is all right. And Shuke! Ow, that hurt. That hurt. Yeah, I didn't even realize that the fencers actually, even though they actually do quite a bit of damage if you. They were just gonna do this. We might as well just retry, sure. Alrighty then. Okay, let's see. Here. Let's try to stay like more towards the center, I suppose. Alright. No, there we go. You're pretty much dead, I suppose. Like with 17... Oh, it's because we were far enough away that we weren't guaranteed to connect all those hits. This room is completely optional, so I don't even know why I'm doing it, but we're just going to do it just because. I did in the previous recording session, I'm going to do it now, I suppose. Alrighty then. I need to get a drink of water or something. This game doesn't really give you very many breaks. Like there's cutscenes, but those are very rare in this game, and they're not like super powerful cutscenes or anything. Or not super powerful. They're not like super long cutscenes by any means, generally speaking. So, was that just one of them? Did we only kill one of them? I'm not quite. Yeah, we only did kill one of them. Okay. Okay. Let's focus on this guy, I suppose. Okay, jump into the air. And shoot! Okay, yeah, you're dead. There's no way you're getting out of this alive, buddy. Oh, he might, but it's highly doubtful at this point, anyway. Well, actually, I want to go this way, so we can kill you, and then focus on you. Alright. Let's see. Zephyr's not going to be... I probably should have jumped before I did the shot, huh? Oh, well. I probably should have jumped before I did the shot, huh? Oh, well. I probably should have... Oh, at least... Well, we were already in the air with Leanne, so that was pretty much a guarantee. Okay. Ow. Ow. Who's gonna... It's... Okay, so... Let's see here. We'll take care of the gunman, because the other guy is next to Vashyron, who isn't like super close to losing out on any bezels, so it's like... Okay, so they do shoot at, well, I'm not quite sure if he was shooting at Leanne or at Zephyr during that whole ordeal, but... Okay, let's see here. Ow. Okay, shoot. There we go, got that back. Alright. Actually, we want to go back as far as possible so we can get as many shots as we can when we do this. Alright then. Try it that way we can get as much damage done as possible. Like whenever that way, because if we started out farther, well, you see, there's like this like safety net cushion type thing. Switch over to you. Like there's like this optimum field of influence. If you're too far away when you start, you're not going to be able to build up very much, I don't think. But if you're too close, you might build up stuff earlier on, but it'll be harder to get shots off. It'll be harder for those shots to actually connect. So it's like, I don't know. Anyway, let's go ahead and go in here. That's just standard fare here, nothing new there. But Highway Hunter, these things are annoying, especially in a certain room where we may or may not have to fight more than one at once. Actually, one by itself isn't really that bad, but, you know, certain other rooms, which shall or shall not be mentioned, are kind of annoying. Alright. So anyway, this is around this time, actually in the previous room, in the failed recording session is when I started this, but, you know, when I got to the previous room a lot later than I did in the previous recording session than I did in this one, so, or the failed recording session, I should say. Because, you know, that previous recording session is non-canonical. It technically did not happen, as far as I'm concerned. We're just going to pretend that it didn't happen. So, jump into the air. This is the only one that happened. Except for when I need to reference, you know, how, you know, I know what I'm doing, despite the fact that I didn't know what I'm doing in all the previous other ones, so... Oh. Yeah, those things hurt. Those things hurt. But when you take away their shield, I'd rather... Like, those things hurt, but they're not as bad. It's like, they have shields, right? And the more shield that you take away from them, the less guns that they have. So, it's... Anyway. Without further ado, let's go ahead and go... We started the 50-minute mark. Has it really only been like 13 minutes? I feel like we've been going for like 20 minutes or so. We might actually be able to get a couple... Oh, it depends on how quickly we get through that stupid room, so we'll see. Anyway, let's see. We got a couple assaults. Yeah, here are the assault guys. They basically have machine guns. That's all you really need to know about them. Yeah, so anyway, let's go ahead and start that random topic, that awkward topic here. So, I actually, in the previous recording session, it took me a while to start the awkward topic anyway, because like I had like because like it's been so long since I had like I've done like a proper awkward topic or anything. Like I had like 3 things I wanted to talk about, like built up leftover stuff, and I decided to. Okay, why did I do that? That's gonna be bad. But yeah. That's what happens when you start going into awkward topics during dungeons. You start making silly mistakes like that, because you're just... Alrighty then. I think I can probably... Okay, no you don't, buddy. I mean, you're gonna hurt me anyway, but, you know, I gotta get my shots off. Okay. Actually, I just want to retry. Might be a waste of bezels, but I don't care. Or not bezels, but rubies. Alrighty then, so the one that I decided to stick with out of those like 8,000 that I was debating with, like I spent like 10 minutes like, oh maybe I should talk about this, no maybe I should talk about this, no, okay, but anyway, so occasionally I like to visit the quote-unquote alleged smart YouTube, if you will, you know, your Vsauce, your PBS Idea channel type stuff, and I was, a little while ago, I watched like this PBS Idea channel thing. Why are they called PBS Idea Channel? Because I don't think they're sponsored by PBS as in Public Broadcasting Station or whatever it actually stands for. What was it? No, yeah, yeah. I was like, what button do I need to press to change the whatchamacallit? And so there is like this video that they did relatively recently. Oh, that's probably about like 3 months ago at this point. At least the time of recording this. If you're watching this like in 2077, you know, obviously, you know, things are going to be a little bit different, you know. You have to be careful about that, you know, because like, you know, every time you mention like stuff that like dates it, like people are like, oh, you know, I'm watching this in the future, you know, that wasn't 3 months ago, that was 10 years ago, even though there's not a single, well, actually there are a few videos on YouTube that are 10 years old, but for the most part, there's not a single like Let's Play gameplay video that's 10 years old. As you know, that's what it is. What it is. It's commonly Let's Plays are believed to have been started by the YouTuber Slow Beef, and I'm not making this up. I'm not in the year like I don't know. Actually, I don't know when Slow Beef decided to start doing Let's Plays, but the first time that I heard about it was the term Let's Plays like 2007, as I mentioned before. Anyway, whatever the case may be. Shoot. What was I? Oh yeah. But anyway, the PBS Idea channel thing. They were like, when does play become work? And they mentioned like how in modern times it seems like it's become very common. Like their common belief is that you have to do things as soon as they come out, right? Like you have to watch the movies all the movies as soon as they come out. You have to buy all the games as soon as they come out. You know, yada yada yada. There's like no. Like, there's no, like, it's hard, like, no, people are less accepting of you playing a game, like, a little older, like, you know, like 10 years ago or so, let's use 10 years ago, because, you know, I reference that because that wasn't that long ago, all things considered. 10 years ago, you know, it was, like, well, let me mention, back in 2004, alright, I got the video game Sonic Heroes. I got the game pretty much about a year, not a year, like, I got it like 8 months after it was released in the US, because I got it on my birthday. I got it on September 14th. It was my 9th birthday in 2004. And you know, that didn't really bother me that I got it like 8 months, you know, I pressed A! Why do I hate when stuff like that happens, where it's like it doesn't like stop as soon as you hit the button, like, I don't know. Anyway, but like, it didn't really bother me, but now it's like, oh wow, like in modern times, it's like, oh wow, you played The Witcher 3, like, you know, 6 months after it came out? Wow, man, you're behind the times. You gotta play, like, all the 8,000 games that are coming out. Because, like, there's so many games that are coming, so many games, so many movies, everything that's coming out. Like, let's talk superhero movies, for instance. I've mentioned in Eternal Sonata that, you know, I'm just not as interested in superhero movies as I used to be, because, you know, there's just so many to keep... There are just so many to keep up with, and it's just like, eh. You know, but, you know, like, everyone's like, you have, like, this friend who's constantly hounding me to, like, one of my real-life friends who's constantly hounding me to be like, oh, you know, have you seen The Flash? Oh, have you seen Arrow? Oh, have you seen, Daredevil on Netflix? Oh, have you watched this movie? Oh, have you watched this movie? I'm like, no. Okay, you know, I'm only one person, I cannot... I've heard that like 8,000 times. For a second I was like, oh wait, we've already heard this before, I should probably not get quiet, but I forgot that was in the failed recording session, the non-canonical one. But yeah, this is the room, this is the annoying room. Okay, so here's the thing. There are these two things right here, the Highway Hunters. They're annoying because, especially when there's two of them, because you'll see just how much damage these guys can do when... Yeah, so basically the idea, I kind of like... Basically what I did before is like I would like... I try to take out just one at a time, but I think really the best way to go about this is to just take away their shields first and take away all their freaking guns. Because watch this, watch this. See? You see how quickly they took away, like, 3 bezels? Freaking ridiculous, man. So, anyway, we're gonna go ahead and shoot you. Take care of that. Now, I want to switch over to the... Okay, sure. What I wanted to do, actually, is switch over to this guy. No, no! Zephyr, stop! 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 That's cool, you leveled up. Let's go over to you. No, to you. Never mind. Ow! 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 You see, the rockets and everything are bad, but really, I think the machine guns that these guys have are the worst. Alright, do that, and now we're gonna jump into the air. But anyway, yeah, it's like all these games to come up with, like, and everything has to be consumed fresh. I remember, like, there's a YouTuber that I like to watch. I mentioned Alpha Omega Sin, which I would highly recommend. Like I said, he tends to swear quite profusely, akin to quite profusely. But despite the fact, I think that he makes a lot of good videos nonetheless. He made a tweet about this, how like everyone's like so obsessed with trying to get everything like out as quickly and as freshly as possible. Like they need to, like everything needs to be consumed brand new. Like no one's okay with like content with like waiting anymore. And there's like anyway, there's so much stuff that's coming out these days. And the PBS Idea channel did mention that this isn't like this isn't like a new phenomenon. Like if there was ever a point where like there was like if there was like ever a point where like there was so little content that, you know, people, even the busiest of people could keep up with it. It was probably, we probably passed that point probably sometime in like the 1950s or so. But despite the fact, well, since these guys' shields are gone, okay. Ow, ow, ow. Okay, you know, I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it. Jump! Nope, I knew that was gonna happen. I knew that was gonna happen. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to move. Jump! Ugh, good. Okay, so let's charge up a little bit. Alrighty then. So it depends. So depending on how much damage they do to Zephyr, this will determine. Okay, I guess not. I want to go this way, but yeah, we probably surpassed that point. So it's not like we're getting like too much stuff. It's not like having too much stuff to consume is like a modern new thing by any means. But it's just that the attitude, I think, has changed quite relatively recently. How it's like, oh, we gotta get everything brand new. Like, I'm curious, do you guys like keep up with all this stuff? Like, let's just talk about all the TV shows that I remember College Humor made like a video about this relatively recently. Like, let's say just mentioning all the TV shows that you're supposed to quote. Like, there's like they mentioned the TV shows that you have to watch, the TV shows that you can pretend to watch. That actually wasn't that bad since we actually knew the proper strategy. The TV shows that you had to pretend to watch, and the TV shows that you just didn't have to bother watching. And, like, there's so many shows out there. There's Breaking Bad, which is over, but, you know, you're expected to watch it, right? Then there's, which I have not watched. Oh, yeah, that's right. They did have this in here. Which I have watched like the Telltale Game of Thrones thing, which is actually kind of silly because it takes place between season 3 and season 4, so it's technically spoiler territory, but I don't care. I like it. Let's see. There's The Walking Dead, which I'm about 2.5 seasons behind at this point. Like I last paid attention during season halfway. I got to like episode 9, the first episode that came out after the mid-season finale of season 4. So this is like early 2014. Or so not too long ago, but you know, I'm a bit behind on that. There's Mad Men, which I'm a full season behind. Actually, that's both true and untrue. I actually started Mad Men. I didn't start Mad Men from the very beginning. I started with whichever season was on TV at the time. Oh, jeez! Stop! What the? What? What just happened right there? What just happened right there? I don't understand. Leanne just got destroyed. They're like, oh, you want some bullets? Okay, here, have this. Oh, you want some more? Here, take this. Oh, you want some more? Okay, take this. Blah 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 blah. Okay, sure. Let's look at just some bezels back anyway. There we go. We got 2 back from that. Now let's see if we can kill this guy and get another bezel back. But yeah, there's all those TV shows and there's all like the superhero movies, all the video games. Like, I don't think, honestly, I don't think I've ever played like a game like the very first day that it came out or day 1 or anything. Like, the closest I've ever gotten was like Gears of War 3, which I got like, I ordered in the mail. I got it like 2 or 3, about a week or so after, maybe 2 weeks after it came out. That was the closest. That was the closest that I ever came to getting like a game day 1. I mean, technically, since I imported my Wii from Japan, I got Super Smash Bros. Brawl like several months before it came out in the US, but that doesn't really count because I got it because as far as Japanese releases are concerned, which is what you should look at because that was the version that I got. As far as Japanese releases are concerned, I got it about like a month late. Maybe not a month late, a couple weeks late. Anyway, but it's like there's just so much, like, there's so much stuff coming out there. It's like, it's kind of, yeah, it's like, yeah, so basically it's like, I'm not really making any points with this, am I? But yeah, it's like, when does play become work? And I do have to wonder that, because, you know, I don't know, it's just like, there's so much stuff out there that I'm allegedly required to watch in order to be, I should probably do this so he doesn't get in my way. So that I'm required to watch because of one reason or another, because, you know, in order to keep up with all the conversations that people have and everything, and it's sort of just like, no, I don't know. Like, in between, well, relatively recently, schoolwork, because as I've mentioned, school has started relatively recently. That's going to keep me relatively busy because, you know, I'd very much appreciate it if I didn't get bad grades, all things considered. Especially since those grades, especially since those classes cost money, that's like, you know, it doesn't make sense to get bad grades in college because you're paying for the class. You should at least try to not pretend like, at least try to pretend like you care about the $300 per credit hour that you paid. Let's see here. But yeah, then there's that, and then there's, you know, casual studying, because, like, there's casual studying Japanese, because I study Japanese like nobody's business for one reason or another. Then there's all the anime to keep up with, all, you know, making videos, keeping up with my friends' videos, and then just casual stuff. It's like, I just don't have the time to play all the games, the time or the money to play all the games, you know, day 1, you know, to watch all the TV shows and movies day 1. That's alright. You know, that's why I mentioned, I mentioned that in, whichever episode of this series it was, how I mentioned how even though Let's Plays are here, like, people are actually buying about the same amount of games that they normally did. It's just that they're able to experience games that they normally wouldn't before because of Let's Plays, because they, you know, because, you know, people really don't have the time or money for all the games that they're really interested in. Any games that they're that they're pretty interested in, or whatnot, they probably won't have the time or money to buy it, so they wouldn't have bought it anyway. And with Let's Plays and everything, they're able to experience more games and experience about the same amount of games that they normally would in their lifetime anyway. But I don't know. Anyway, but this is where the boss is going to happen, and there's going to be, unlike the previous bosses, are going to be like a full cutscene. So I want to get all of my thoughts out. Well, actually, we haven't even been recording that long, so I could pick up on the awkward topic after we finish the boss. I don't want to do the awkward topic during the boss itself. Okay, here we go.
よく来たなこの野郎ども。私の部下たちの守備を蹴散らしてここまで来るとは大したものだ。お前らもあれか、神に選ばれた口か。
そうかもな。だったら分が悪いぜ。おとなしく投降するか。
ならばどうしじゃねえか。共にこの世界を全て見ねえか。シャンデリア落っことそうぜ。
面白そうな話じゃん。
だるだる。
いや、そういう面倒なのは柄じゃねえ。あんたを倒して金をもらう。それだけだ。
はあ、そう。志を持たぬ者は生きる価値なしと私のばあちゃんは言ってたよ。ここで死ねえ。
じいちゃんは
知らねえや。
There you go.
ああ、そこのちょんまげ。お前は確かビクトーの舞台にいたな。落ちぶれちゃってま
あんたほどじゃねえよ。
あんなんだけど結構やりそうだね。
ああ、気をつけな。
そうなの？
But yeah, so unlike the previous bosses, because this is an actual person, like the character, like he actually says things to us, and we say things to him. So I'm gonna have to be quiet about this. It's not like a silent, you know, Tesla turtle or anything. But anyway, this boss actually surprised me because, well, he can be tough because he can cause like electricity damage and everything. But I was surprised. I thought that all the bosses were going to be like, well, actually, I didn't think that all the bosses were going to be relative. I figured that we're going to probably fight like Rowan or something eventually, right? Like, I feel like he's going to be like the main boss or something maybe, but I don't know. Like, as I mentioned in the failed recording session, is that even though, oh yeah, there he's talking. There we have Zephyr asking if this guy has any companions whatsoever. At least I believe that's what he said, because, you know, I only half pay attention to what everybody's saying, you know, during these recording sessions. You know. Alrighty then. So then what I want to do is I want to switch over to Zephyr, or Vashyron. Where's the leader? I want to be the leader. I'll go in leader. Switch. Did your uncle say that? Let's see. Or, no, I mean, did your grandmother say that? Okay, let's see. Let's go ahead and throw grenade. Oh no, I forgot. Nope. We're retrying. We're not having this nonsense because because you can't treat him like he's super simple. Because if you do, he literally will kick the crap out of you. Like he's easier than most bosses. Which that's what really bothered me though, ladies and gentlemen, is that you know, because like the way that this game works is under normal circumstances, when you play a game and you run into an easy boss, like, you know, you sort of like you know, you get happy, but in this game, when you run into an easy boss, like, you get nervous. You're like, okay, what is this game pulling on me? Like, is this going to be like a boss that's going to have multiple forms despite the fact that he's not like a final boss or anything, or like honestly, when I saw him, I was expecting like a giant, like, back in that backdrop over there, I was expecting like a giant, like, Titan, like, robot to pop out and we'd have to fight that, or him to get like some mech suit or something. I don't know. All I can say is that I was not expecting it to just be like a regular guy with just a few gunmen. Okay, hand grenade plus, switch over to this. Actually, what I want to do is go this way. Jump into the air. Well, these hand grenade pluses actually don't do very much damage to him, all things considered. But we need to do this because I think he actually has quite a bit of shield on him because he's so simple, you know. Oh, that was the last one. I shouldn't have done that. Oh well. Well, we do have enough to do a resonance thing. So one thing I need to do is go to Vashyron and switch over to regular gun. We'll have Zephyr lead this, actually. Want to go? Well, yeah, we want to go this way, actually. So jump in the air. Good. All right. I have Leanne. There we go. Leader assault done. And so there he is talking about, like, oh, he's like, oh, hold on, we'll pause. He's like, oh, let me jiggle my mouse anyway. Like, oh, you know, oh my god, Grandma, you're dead. Oh, Grandpa, you're dead. So you're dead too. Whatever, I don't care. All right, so this is as far as I get. Actually, from here on, this is blind territory because, you know, this is right where I looked over at my computer screen and I noticed that, hey, my computer was like restarting for some reason. So from here on, I don't know what to expect. So, you know, you had your super technical walkthrough section of the recording session. Now it's time to go back to regular stuff. Resume.
Oh, ちょうど済んだところだ。わざわざ迎えに来てくれたのか？
女子供に手伝わせているのか？
ゼファーとリーンベルだ。ああ見えても結構やるぜ。
ゼファーと リーンベル。
しかしこれが全部クォーツってやつなんだろ
う。星空みたいだよね。
あのクォーツ落ちそうだ。
どこ？儚くて切ない感じだけどすごく綺麗だね。
リーンベル。
あいつがどうかしたのか？
危ないですよ。それはガラスや宝石よりもはるかに脆くて、そして鋭い物質です。
詳しいんですね。
はい、それを生業にしていますので。それにしても見違えた。いや、いつかあなたの天頂の星が見つかるといいですね。
はい。
彼女を大事にしてあげてください。
Alright, 50,000 rubies, 30 stars, okay. Now let's get out of here, because honestly, going through this place twice, that's enough for me. Let's go ahead and switch over to Leanne. Go over to the escape hex, please. Switch over to that, and let's go ahead and leave. So yeah, that was that. What was it? What was he talking about again, though? Oh, there's one thing that I wanted to mention, actually, is like... let's go ahead and rest and save over here. When you dismantle... I forgot. When you dismantle energy hexes, do they come back? I didn't mean to hit that. Like, do you keep them, or do they just... like, or are they gone for good? Manual, let's look at this. Not energy hex... yeah, energy hexes. Special energy hexes. So energy hexes, blah, blah, blah. Colored, blah, blah, blah. Placing color energy hex. Okay, that's not what I wanted. Hold on. I didn't mean to do that. Energy stations, that's what we want. Maybe? Yeah. Dismantle energy stations are not recovered as station hexes. So what happens when you dismantle them? Strike the energy station or remove it from the hex. So they're just gone for good as they thought, so it's probably better to just leave it here then, huh? Alright, let's go ahead and rest and save. Please. And hope that my computer doesn't randomly restart so I have to do this for a third time. Of course, that's probably not going to happen, but, you know, all things considered. Okay, let's go ahead and save. Oh, yeah, but that's what I was talking about. I actually took the time to... I wonder... First off, let's try to leave and see if we can find a... whatchamacallit? Find a... So we still have a little bit of time before the episode ends. Alright, let's... Oh, it's a closed road? There's always a bigger fish out there, ladies and gentlemen. There's always a bigger fish. Alright, let's go ahead and leave. I don't feel like fighting. I really don't feel like fighting these guys right now. Like, normally I wouldn't mind it, but, you know, it's like... all things considered. But anyway, I took the time... You remember during, Zephyr... Sullivan, he was having a monologue to Rebecca, and actually I decided to transcribe that, because like you can't find official transcripts of all the lines in this game. So like if you want the lines, you have to find them yourself. So I had to so I decided to transcribe that because I wanted to do it as practice, you know, a little VA practice. So I listened to it by ear. I wonder if anyone here is going to be an optometrist. She doesn't look like a... We're running a soup kitchen here with rations from a lady named Cardinal Teresa. Around these parts we call it Teresa soup. Actually, I believe Teresa's the older one. She's like the only normal cardinal out of all of them. Oh, I think I found something. Because you know, you have Jean Paulette, who's basically like, actually in the English version, fun fact, he was voiced by Sam Riegel. Jean Paulette, who's like this friggin' stupid. You have Garigliano, who's just weird. You have let's see if there's anything we can get here. No. I wonder, where can we find adapter handguard? That might be good. A handguard features sub-barrel extend. Ooh, I like that. Toxicity shield. Oh, that's right. We do have to worry about toxicity probably in the next one. But what was I talking about again? We're gonna have to go back to Terminal 2 to get that, to talk to that one lady for that one mission. I don't feel like fighting, so we're just gonna run. But yeah, I decided to transcribe it by ear, because you know I just had to. So what I did was I sat there, I opened up my YouTube video, and then like I turned like my volume to the max to make sure that I could hear perfectly clear what he was saying, and then I used like the English subtitles that they had as like a guide to sort of put me in the right direction, not as like a 100% thing, because you know sometimes, you know, when it comes to translations, people will take liberties to adjust things that make sense from like an English-speaking perspective. Like what I did when I translated Leanne's, I don't like the sound of, like she said, like I don't like the sound of, she said "judong," which is a bullet, right? But I translated that as gunfire because that make more sense than the sound of bullets, at least from an English-speaking perspective. But anyway, I did that. It was I don't want to do that, of course. It took a little time. Not necessarily because well, I don't know, it was weird, right? Because like the grammar points themselves are like N3 level. He used a few like really big artsy fartsy words though, which kind of made things a little difficult. But that in and of itself wasn't really the problem. It was like there's like 2 words in particular that he said that for some reason I just could not quite figure out. So I sort of just had to guess, and you know, when it comes to transcribing, you have to make things exact, right? Otherwise, it's not like Tales of Vesperia. Hold on, let's talk to you. Oh, hey, could I ask you folks some? Should I give her like a country accent? Oh, hey, could I ask you folks for some help? I'm doing some customization work on this gun, but I'm short a part called HG Magazine +4. If you do me this favor, I'll not only pay your bounty, I'll also share a hot tip with you. Okay. I guess we can just go to the store and buy it, I suppose. Assuming that we can. We might not even have enough parts to make it, though. Alrighty then. I'll just go over to Cranktown, I suppose. Yeah, it has to be exact. It's not like Tales of Vesperia, because Tales of Vesperia you can actually find like all the lines that all the characters have said in both English and Japanese on the internet, but you can't do that for this game. So if you want, unfortunately, well, the English version, it's like you can just look at the subtitles, right? But for the Japanese version, like for the Japanese lines, you actually have to transcribe that stuff by ear. I even tried like finding like Japanese websites for it when I couldn't. So it was. I think I liked it though because it allowed me to understand what he said a lot more from a technical level, transcribe, and learn a bit about the language as a whole, I suppose. But it was an MG. We need like what was it that we need to buy? What was it that we needed to buy? Mission memo. Okay, so sorry for that random interruption there. I have to wrap things up apparently. HG Magazine +4. Let's go ahead and I think we might be able to synthesize that. Okay. Let's see. +4. I really have to get this over with. Scrap Bazooka E. We don't have enough. We'd have to look for that, huh? Oh well. Let's see if we can at least find like are you an optometrist? No, his name's Daryl. He doesn't really have anything here. You don't have anything. You don't have anything. Are you an optometrist? Okay. Jack, no you're not. He's like a medical person, but could he be like... This is who we had to go to get like some medicine stuff for, before. I don't know. I think I'm just gonna look those up and then finish. I think I'm just gonna look those up, do those side missions at the beginning of the next recording session, then call it a day, I suppose. Might as well try to end things off relatively soon anyway. Let's see, so we started at like the 50-minute mark, so this is gonna be like a perfect 40-minute episode, which is something that we have not done in a long time for this series. Alright, so let's go ahead and leave and go to Core Lift 2. I wonder where we can get that Bazooka E from. Alrighty then, elevator. Oh, despite the fact that I had to basically do this entire recording session all over again, it wasn't too bad. I didn't quite finish my whole thought on the whole when does play become work thing, but that PBS Idea channel video could explain it a lot better than I can. I'll probably add like a card or something for you guys to click on it and see it. Elevator to level 4. Let's just go ahead and... Well, actually, as soon as we go into the house, as soon as we go back into the house, there's probably going to be a cutscene, but we'll go ahead and view that cutscene, and then save and end things off as opposed. So, here we are.
Zenith は太古の人間が信仰していた神になぞらえて作り上げたというのが私の仮説だったのだが、経典の中での神は生命の誕生と死を司る存在。ゼニスの寿命管理システムはすでに解明されている。むしろあの娘がイレギュラーな存在。まだ別のシステムが組み込まれているということなのか。人々の導き手は神のもとへ一度招かれた後、再び人々の前に現れる。復活。これは違うか。仮にシステムに組み込まれていたとしても、我々には関係のない話だ。いずれにせよ、ロエンがあの娘の存在を知れば、私の立場が危うくなるということか。はい、いった。あまりねだらんでくれ。人間は血液を2リットル失うと死んでしまうんだ。急がなくては。
No, we do not want to advance to the next chapter just yet. Well, I guess that's another monologue that I'm going to transcribe when I find the time to do that. Go ahead and save over slot 1. And then call this a recording session. 20 hours into the game. But, yeah. After a failed recording session before, we finally got through it a lot quicker this time. We actually got a lot more done, so I guess in the end, having my computer randomly restart wasn't that bad of an idea at all. So, without further ado though, I guess we'll go ahead and end things off here. So if you like this video, this series of videos, please feel free to leave a like. If you thought it was cool, please feel free to subscribe and join the Elven Brotherhood today. Also follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/MegaShadowFist. I'll be sure to leave that in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is MegaShadowFist signing out. Bye!